Well, hello friends and followers. Here's some stuff that I've been doing recently. So I still want to get the World War II radio working, the BC-654a by Crosley. That radio is the one that's been taking up space in the room here. I really want to get this radio working and done. I have the dynamotor for it there, which I want to put some cables on it, but my real focus now has been to make the Heathkit power supply work. So I bought a Heathkit power supply for this radio, and there it sits, and you can see it has some voltages coming out of it. So that is an octal tube socket, and so now I'm constructing a cable to talk to that octal tube socket, and it's coming along. So I got this old plug on eBay. It had some capacitors in it. What it was used for, I don't know, but I pulled those out and I made my own cable here with some 600 volt wire and drilled a hole on top of these and put these strain reliefs on here. And those will go to an end like that. But the real star of the show is I did make a cable to interface with the radio, and the cable will take this odd, strange Canon, I think they call this a P connector. I think this is used in broadcast audio, which surprised me. But so what I'm going to do is put the P connector on this side of the box so that I have power going out to the World War II BC-654a. So you plug the radio into here. You plug this end here with a tube socket, which isn't very safe, but I do have a tube socket here somewhere. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this tube socket into here like that. Screw it in, and then of course that goes into here on one side, like that, and on the other side we go to the power supply octal socket there. So I can't say this is a genius idea, because if you plug this into the Heathkit power supply, this other end is energized, but I wasn't about to go and try and find a recessed male socket for here. So anyway, it's a little dangerous, but you just don't do stupid things, right? So I want to complete this cable. And then I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to manage this, but I want to take the 12 volt filament transformer from the Heathkit power supply and break that down to 6 volts that will run this filaments on the BC-654a. And then the Heathkit also has, I think, 300 volts coming out, and it has 500 volts coming out, or 600 volts. So I want to get that 600 volts. Is that 600 there? Yeah. I want to get that to 500. So that'll suit me fine. So if I can get 6 volts on this thing to run the PE104, which is another power supply, which has a vibrator in it, and that supplies the radio with 1.4 volts for the filaments for the receiver, and supplies it with -60 for the transmitter, and it supplies it with plus 80 volts for the receiver B plus. If I can get 12 volts of that, or maybe 6 volts of that, and then get 6 volts to the filaments of the transmitter, and then 500 volts for the transmitter B plus, then I think I'll have a go. So I'm not quite sure how this will work out yet. I just bought some standoffs, and I'll breadboard around in here and see if I can get the voltages right, and then I'll just put the lid on this thing, call it done, and run the radio like that without using the dynamotor or the crank generator. Run it off at 112 volts for a while and see how that goes. So I'm not great at this machine shop stuff. The big nasty bit that I used here, I wanted like 1 3/8, but I think that was inside diameter. It looks like it bored a bigger hole than I wanted, but this thing was like $18. It's a good one, but it didn't come cheap. All right, so that's what I've been up to. I've also been enjoying this old radio here. The Tempo 1 has been a really great little radio to fool around with. I've been listening on this thing, and I actually talked to some people at 80 meters tonight, even though I don't have an 80 meter antenna. I did. So there's people in Alaska, people in California, and the California people are. That's 80 meters. They're waiting for the big storm to come into California. All right, and I've kind of got color codes on these things like that, so that's really what I'm doing with the plug. It's not rocket science. Unlike SpaceX, I can't land this thing on a launch pad, so it's not that fancy. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and have a great day. Stay dry.